Welcome back, Arbor League. Hope you're having a great morning, day, evening, or night, wherever you may be. Thanks for tuning in. But today, we are shoutcasting a team that has helped this trainer gain over 700 elo, going from ace rank to veteran, even reaching expert range, and still climbing in our last days of Color Cup. These awesome battles were submitted by a member of the community and a friend of the channel,
and one of my fellow faction members,
Echo Phoenix. So thank you so much for the submissions, and let's take a look at the team. And these battles might not be in order, but it's even a condensed version of the amount of battles I had before, because some are just repeat teams, so I have about over an hour of footage, so consider these the highlights of the journey and or the expert gameplay techniques that I want to point out if you want to improve your gameplay. And Echo Phoenix did say that he was running this team since Ace. We have had Color Cup on for a couple weeks now. So he's gone from 2100 above expert. So to about 2800, I said, from ace to expert. So he's got about 700 elo with this team. And yes, we do have another magcargo grasshole team today, but instead we see Shadow Jumpluff and Shadow Amoonguss, now with the Astonish buff. So once again, we have magcargo in the lead with Incinerate, Rock Tomb, and Overheat. Then we got Jumpluff in the safe swap with Fairy Wind, Aerial Ace instead of Acrobatics, and Energy Ball. Then we got Amoonguss in the back with Astonish, Grass Knot, and Foul Play. Now, the rating we have for this team is CBCC. Obviously, operating very similar to my team I posted the other day, but we're taking a look at Amoonguss today. Now, Grass is weak to Fire, Ice, and Flying, which doesn't change, but with the part Poison type, we now take neutral from Bug, Poison, and Ground. The regular one is actually rated significantly higher on pvpoke than the Shadow. It does have similar wins, but matches like Gastrodon aren't as good a match as you think anymore, as a Grass losing to a Mudboy. Having that ghost type fast move, you do lose that 4 times super effective fast move pressure, and because of the part poison type, you actually end up taking neutral from the mud slaps instead of resisted, plus 20% more because we are Shadow. More Pico is another negative match, despite resisting the Grass resisting the electric. The Dark resists both the ghost move Astonish and the Dark itself of Foul Play. Psychic Fangs is also super effective because of the poison type, plus we get severely outpaced in that match. The Alola Marowak match is actually interesting though, because we are weak to the fire. But Astonish and Foul Play can hit back for super effective as well, so they will have to build up to that Shadow Bone. The Bone Club still obviously hits for neutral, but it doesn't do much, right? So if they run Fire Spin, they could Fire Spin Bone Club you down. It's still a negative match, but because of the AWAC mirror, I've noticed a lot more Alola Marowaks running Hex now. So generally you risk on Alola Marowak, you resist all grass moves and ice moves anyways, and you can hit most everything else back for neutral. This makes the fungus match better too, as they need to build up to the bigger bone to do any substantial amount of damage. So I guess in like shields up or even shields, you could actually flip that match. So Jumpluff coming in, taking down that Kingdra, getting 2 aerial aces off on this Talonflame. So the only bad thing about luring out the Talonflame is it gets so much farm because Jumpluff is so bulky. But look at Jumpluff go. We're able to get to a 3rd aerial ace here, and that's, you know, going to probably take out a Talonflame for that range. But we've got the energy completely walled back on magcargo. The Brave Bird still hurts. What is in the back? And it's going to be a Mudboy that we've got Amoonguss for again. So shields are down. So this Stone Edge coming through. They still could bait with the Mud Bomb, but I guess they're on Aqua Tail. And Grass Knot coming through is going to take out about 5 Shadow Quagsires. And Amoonguss actually survives an Incinerate and astonishes down a Flying Fire type Talonflame. So we got another positive match in the next game. We've got Fire versus the Grass and another Morpeko safe swap covering for, you know, the Flyer and Water coverage. Now, Aura Wheel still hurts. You can take one. So, I personally, in these matches, as I said in my other video, I usually let the first one go because the next one's really going to hurt. Plus, if you get baited with, Psychic Fangs, but everyone's going straight for that Aura Wheel now. Going to have to shield up the second one. And I think we're going to snipe with the Jumpluff, and we do. The super effective Fairy Wind takes out the Dark, and now we're ahead on energy versus the Mirror Jumpluff that comes in. So now we're ahead on the aerial aces, plus we're Shadow, so ours do more, but we're taking more as well. So how much does this one do? Do they have acrobatics? No, they just have the aerial ace, and we get to ours. And this is going to be getting the opposing Jumpluff pretty low here. We can take one more ourselves. So I imagine we might like overfarm or try to catch maybe here. They try to catch the aerial ace on the Gastrodon. So we're getting pretty low. So we're going to build up a little bit of energy before we swap. Can we get there? No, we are just going to settle for the aerial ace. Shields are down, but chip damage is chip damage. I think Echo didn't think he could make it there. So let them throw their energy. Body Slam takes us out. We come in with our next grass, and like they still have a shield. So we have to Astonish down. They're going to go for the Body Slam. Earth Power rocks us. And they snipe with the combo play with their jumpluff. Problem is for them, we get to Incinerate down. Okay, so it's just going to be the aerial ace, I'd imagine. Yeah, they didn't make it to the energy ball, and we incinerate down a Mudboy. So counters, taking out our counters in these battles, pretty exciting. We got another good lead in the next one, and another Morpeko save swap. It's Morpeko day in GBL, I guess. Morpeko save swap day. But these Incinerate still chunk Morpeko. Like, they're raising their attack, but these Thundershocks are doing absolutely nothing. We are neutralizing their attack back, getting a shield, trying to catch on the Jumpluff this time. So their attack has been neutralized, but it still hurts on Jumpluff, the bulky Pokemon. So it can't quite super effect the Fairy Wind down, so we are going to have to shield it up. It is just going to be the Psychic Fangs, but they've boosted their attacks. We're getting pretty low. Good thing is the Serperior comes back in, and we've got almost 2 aerial aces here. But they actually catch on Bibarel, so this looks rough. It's a normal water type that's got a rock type fast move. Not quite making that aerial ace again, so Bibarel's looking like a kind of a core breaker here. As the water takes care of the Magcargo, we're going to have to make a catch. So we're going to have to eat something here. Hyper Fang does a lot of damage to Shadow Amoonguss. I mean, Shadow Amoonguss is kind of bulky. We don't quite make the catch there. So we are doing double resisted damage with that Astonish. So in a grass versus water match is pretty negative. So Bibarel kind of a core breaker here, as we're not able to get to the next foul player, Grass Knot, and we're going to have to eat a Surf Boat that still KOs from this range. Got a pretty good lead in the next one. Double super effective onto Ferrothorn from the Fire. And I want to see that Morpeko save swap, but it's just going to be an Alolan Marowak that still outpaces us to the Bone Club. So we're going to have to shield up the first one before we lower their attack. So, yeah, getting the Rock Tomb off does a lot of damage. My goodness, try to snipe with the Amoonguss. But I think they made it to the Shadow Bone. We have to eat one here. So we lowered their attack. Doesn't do that much damage, but we've got a Turtonator coming in. So this is still a bad matchup, but we're doing neutral damage back. Getting a shield from the Turtonator. Not able to make that next foul play. So Astonish is actually hitting back for neutral instead of double resisted against the Fire Dragon here. So we're going to have to eat a Dragon Pulse on Magcargo. It still hurts. And getting that Rock Tomb off before they get to their next move. Grabbing the final shield. Yep, final shield from the Turtonator. And I think we still have to shield this up. So it doesn't matter. I mean, the Dragon Pulse would have done just as much either way. But they make a catch back onto the Ferrothorn. And we have lowered Ferrothorn's attack here. One Incinerate does a lot of damage. And we swap into the Jumpluff. And the only way that they're able to do any substantial amount of damage is Flash Cannon. And I freaking called it. So instead of the Thunder, I think is still single resisted because of the flying in the grass. The Power Whip and the Bullet Seeds are double resisted. So the debuff Flash Cannon still doing an amount of damage to Jumpluff, but we're able to survive. And I think 2 aerial aces here might be able to Oh, not quite! We actually catch the Incinerate onto Magcargo. So 5-head play there. Jumpluff is still loaded with a move, catching the Incinerate there before it registering. We're going to have to throw that aerial ace, taking out the Turtonator, and second aerial ace takes out the Ferrothorn. So amazing play by Echo Phoenix there, swapping to catch the Incinerate energy. Got a negative lead in the matchup, Mudboy here. So that's why we safe swap into Amoonguss. The Jumpluff is probably the hard counter to the Mudboy here, I imagine. So we can be back for neutral foul play, getting a shield from the Talonflame. We're not going to make the next one, obviously, so let them throw their move. Oh, they actually undercharged that and get one more Incinerate. So that was a heads-up play by them. So Magcargo, we still wall their energy here, but because they're boosted with that Flame Charge, they actually no-bubbled it. So this boosted Brave Bird is still going to hurt a little bit. So we can actually Incinerate down here. because they lowered their defense with the Brave Bird. You know, the Mudboy's coming back in, but we're going to go for the Overheat here. So it's, I mean, they're both resisted, but Overheat still does a lot of damage to Shadow Quagsire. And we've got a Alolan Marowak in the back with Fire Spin. So this is a negative matchup for the Jumpluff. Gonna have to shield one of these, and I don't think like 2 or 3 Aerial Aces is enough to take out the AWAC here. So we'll have to see what Echo does. I don't think this is... Yeah, so we get back out of that one. That was a little rough, but GG's to both trainers in that match. Got the positive lead again, up against Ferrothorn. I was saying earlier, like a lot of these are repeats, but some of these are interesting matches still to watch. It's still entertaining. So we have to shield up that Shadow Bone club. He's got Shadow... He's a Shadow Bone and Shadow Bone club. Either way, we got swap into a Amoonguss here. We lowered their attack with the Rock Tomb. Shadowbone still would have hurt, but look at the astonishes! We can actually astonish Shadow Alolan Marowak down and come out with almost 2 foul plays. Amoonguss going off here, hitting back neutral onto the Ferrothorn, while they can only hit back for single resisted or double resisted. So yeah, grass, double resisted. Yeah, they probably didn't have Flash Cannon or Mirror Shot there, so we're going to have to pivot back into the Fires. If Thunder Punch is still kind of hurt here, they still have a shield, so I think even debuff this, Thunder Punch still might KO Magcargo. We'll have to see. Even double, yeah, Shadow Blast Burn, Shadow Thunder Punch. Does it KO? It does, so we got Typhlosion's shield down, so can we make that? Oh, we cannot. Yeah, this is going to be rough. I mean, they would have made the Blast Burn anyway, so Shadow Typhlosion, sort of a core breaker as well. Those Thunder Punches still hurt Magcargo. So up against Ferrothorn here again. See how this one plays out. Ferrothorn stays in for 1 Bullet Seed and took a massive amount of Incinerate damage. We got another Alolan Marowak. This is either Morpeko or Ferrothorn AWAC day, right? So we're going to get that next Rock Tomb off before they get to their next Bone Club. They shield this time, and we're able to swap into Amoonguss here. So we're going to let this one go because we've lowered their attack. Shadow Bones. So yeah, if they have Hex, is actually like a better match, right? We could Echo calling the Bone Club, calling it correctly, able to astonish down and not go 2 shields down on the AWAC safe swap. So Echo knowing how to operate the Shadow Amoonguss, making it going off, getting to the next foul play, hitting Ferrothorn back for some good neutral chip damage. So getting Ferrothorn actually like pretty low there, right? I mean, they double resisting, building up a ton of energy, but I don't think that energy is going anywhere. We've still got a Flyer on the grass and Talonflame on the Magcargo. So I think we're going to let this one go. Yeah, the Brave Bird still hurts, but if they want to keep Talonflame around, which they should, they'll have to shield, and they do, but I think we can get to the next one here before they get another fly off. The only way is if they catch. They do not catch. Magcargo takes this one, and they got a lot of energy, so on the Ferrothorn, they got 2 Power Whips, but they throw so that Incinerate does not register. Magcargo goes down, and to live another day, but they see the Jumpluff, and they've had enough, and they're not going to take that one. We take that win. Another, okay, show me the AWAC. Show me, there it is again. Like, these are not, I rest assured that these are not the same battles over and over again. These are different battles every time. Oh my goodness, that did a lot of damage. Trying to snipe with the Amoonguss, the same gameplay. So Shadowbone's coming through, and another Astonish KOs. So taking out these AWACs pretty good. Got a good strategy going on for taking out a Fire. Just you're probably going to have a Talonflame in the back. So playing it out the same way, except we're full health now. So, again, the only way that they'll do damage is Flash Cannon. Do they have Flash Cannon? They do, and that does a lot of damage! They try to snipe with the Turtonator, but just cannot. Before we get a foul play off, and we've got, yeah, this team lined up exactly where we want it. Flyer on the grass and Rock on the Fire. So the Dragon Pulse still hurts. So they've still got 2 shields, so this is looking a little rough. The Incinerates are still double resisted, but we lower their attack, so Dragon Pulse doesn't KO or get us like that low. They still can't Incinerate down from this range. Gonna have to throw another Dragon Pulse, but they catch the Rock Tomb again. The opponent reading Echo like a book, but it doesn't matter because that Incinerate registered, and now we get a ton of energy on Jumpluff, and their attack has been lowered. So Flash Cannon, Jumpluff gets tickled, farms the steal down with the Fairy Wind, and has back-to-back air aces for the Turtonator. So playing its way out of this one, Echo clutching that win with jumpluff. That was pretty impressive. These battles were pretty fun to watch. Another amazingly... Oh, we got a Starmie! Oh my goodness, there we come in with the Amoonguss. The Sidewaves are doing super effective. The Astonishes are doing super effective. But it's not going to be the Ice Beam, but we're able to Astonish all the way down without throwing any energy. And we've got 2 foul plays almost for the Abomasnow coming back in. So probably going to get a shield here, I think. Because this will be getting the Abomasnow pretty low. I think they can farm us down. But Astonish, look at the Astonishes! Almost farming Abomasnow all the way down. And the opponent sees a writing on the wall with their second grass. And Echo clutches that win yet again. And those battles were part of another 5-0 set. Climbing up. Oh, more Arbor League content. Getting that Phantom. Let's go. So this team doing like pretty good. Like Grass Hole looks like the way to go in the Color Cup here. So getting up close. Gonna hop into the next set here. This might be the rank breaker here. So we got Jumpluff in the lead on the Toxapex this time. So sort of like a Kingdra lead. You just have to stay in, resist those poison jabs, lower their attack with the Rock Tomb, and swap into Amoonguss. Now this is interesting here. The grass poison versus the water poison. The poison is neutral here. The sludge wave, although debuff, still does a lot of damage. My goodness. So, yeah, not resisted sludge wave. We got foul play. I mean, we could have baited with the foul play. Then maybe 2 foul plays plus some Astonishes. KO. They're going to bait us back with the brine. So all we have to do is go for the foul play. Getting the next shield from Toxapex. Can we actually farm down with Astonish? We cannot, but they throw. Oh, okay, so Echo's going to shield. Are we going to get to the foul play? We are, and we win switch versus the bulky Toxapex with the Amoonguss, doing neutral damage back with those Astonishes. Now, Quagsire, I don't like going into this match with no shields, just because that Stone Edge still hurts. I know they need 2. But shields are down, and the energy ball, they actually, okay, Echo was reading them like a book this time. So they're not throwing that double resisted energy ball at the opposing Jumpluff. And Echo Phoenix able to get the Rock Tomb up versus the Jumpluff. I think, yeah, instead of the overheat so that we don't KO, because I think maybe Echo was thinking that the energy ball might KO here. We still get some farm on the Jumpluff. Oh, yeah, I think because he waits. And comes back in with the Jumpluff energy ball ready to go to take out the Quagsire from this range and take that game. It's a pretty good play there. Another positive lead with the Talonflame, but we got Credilli coming on. Oh, okay, the opponent surrenders anyway. That was not over. So, giving Echo a free win there. We got a Magcargo Mirror here, but they've got Rock Throw. My goodness. So, we actually safe swap a grass onto a fire and are met with a bug doing neutral damage back to us with Shadow Claw. But those Astonishes are still tearing through LiQWYD. Oh my goodness. They got X-Scissor, but how much damage does it do? It almost KOs, but we get to that foul play and make them make a decision as whether they want to shield or not. So we're going to get Shadow Claw down, but those Astonishes are just tearing through LiQWYD here. So I think if we shielded, we could have won switch, but it doesn't matter. We've got magcargo to wall the energy. Leaf Blade still doing neutral because of that part rock type, but we needed to get that Rock Tomb off. So getting the energy on magcargo and coming in with the Jumpluff. They still swap! The opponent probably misclicked it, anticipating something else, and backed out of that one, giving us another free win. So we got a Morpeko on the lead this time. We don't want to swap right away because Amoonguss is a negative match and Jumpluff is neutral, but now they've boosted their attack. So I think, again, in personal, I would, not shield the first one, but we're going to try to snipe with the Jumpluff and get 2 aerial aces off on this Talonflame. Now, again, with these matches, it's good to bait out the Talonflame, but it's bad that the Talonflame gets so much energy. They actually decide to throw. Do they undercharge this time? They do not. So yeah, as you saw, like 2 air laces might actually do like a lot of damage to Talonflame here. We won the energy completely on magcargo, but Brave Bird still hurts. We still survive from this range. It gets us deep in the red, and we're at 2 Rock Tombs. So realizing that the opponent might get farmed down, Trevenant swaps in, tries to snipe us, but we actually save another Rock Tomb, I think maybe, on magcargo. The Astonishes tearing through Trevenant as well. So they actually bait with the double resistant seed bomb. Maybe they didn't make it, so they get Astonished down, and we've got a foul play ready to go for the Talonflame, and the opponent backs out, giving us another free win. Oh, so Echo Phoenix is going on a tear with this team, getting the Tottle this time for the rewards instead. Make an expert there with this team. Shadow Amoonguss going off. And I know it was a lot of battles today, guys, but I was really excited to shoutcast some rank grinding, and congratulations again to Echo Phoenix, making expert on his way to legend with this team. So thanks again so much for the submissions. It was a ton of fun to watch. I hope everyone enjoyed. If you're enjoying the content, don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn notifications on, because there will be much more Pokemon Go content to come. Actions like subscribing, liking, commenting, and sharing go a long way to help boost my videos into the algorithm and notifies you when I upload a new video. Until then, I've got lots more spicy anti-meta content on my channel to check out in the meantime, which also helps too. And join the Discord, where you can get help from other like-minded PvPers in the community, chat, hang out, stream some sets, post some memes, and just have fun in a welcoming community where everyone helps each other out. We might be straight out of TMs, but we are not straight out of merch. Check out my site with lots of hats, tees, hoodies, mugs, or phone cases with the Arbor League branding. This helps me out too, as we are not yet monetized on YouTube, so check it out, see if anything piques your interest. Link in the description below. That's all I've got for today, guys. Thank you again so much for watching and supporting the channel. I really do appreciate it. But until next time, keep your sticks on the ice. I've been ArborAndy, and I'll see you buds in the next one.